We've studied the fact that the UK is a democracy and we know that everybody gets to vote. However, a lot of people don't vote, and what we're looking at now is why it is important that we do vote. So I'm going to show you two images. I want you to think what age ranges each of the maps represents. It's from the 2019 general election. Okay, so the blue indicates Conservative voting, the red indicates Labour, green, orange and yellow Lib Dem, and then the yellow at the top in Scotland is the SNP. So what age groups do you think those represent? And this one here, the one in red, represents voters aged 18 to 24. So in the general election of 2019, if only 18 to 24-year-olds could vote, then Labour would have won a majority. They would have got 56% of their vote, followed by the other parties beneath. Labour's majority would have been 438. If we have a look at the blue one, this is voters aged 65 plus. So if only voters aged over 65 were allowed to vote, that's how it would be. And Conservatives would have had 64% of the vote, leading a massive majority of 474. Okay, if only people aged 25 to 49 had voted, so those in the middle, there would have been a hung parliament. Labour would have got 310 seats, but remember that's not enough. You need 325. There's 650 seats or MPs available, and to get the majority to be in government, then you need to get half, which is 325. You need to get the majority. So it would have been a hung parliament with Labour winning, Conservative next, SNP, followed by the Lib Dems. Okay, let's have a look at the next three charts and note one thing that each one shows us. So this is voting by age, and if we have a look at it, again, this is from the 2019 general election. 18 to 24-year-olds vote overwhelmingly for Labour. The older we get, the more likely we are to vote for the Conservatives. So whether this will change as these 18 to 24-year-olds get older, we'll only got to wait and see. Voting by education level. If you're of low education level, so you've just got GCSEs or below that, 58% of you will vote for the Conservatives. Brexit Party will have 3%, 8% for the Lib Dems and 25% for Labour. Medium education level, so we're looking at kind of BTECs, MVQs, A-levels, then it's much more even. However, the Conservatives have still got more. And then if we look at high, so above degree and above level, so we are looking at Labour having the most votes with 43%. The next one, this one's really complicated. So this is looking at how people voted in the 2016 Brexit referendum compared with how they voted in the 2019 general election. So if you voted Leave in the 2016 Brexit referendum, you're in this light blue colour. You'll see that the vast amount of those voters still went with the Conservatives. A little bit to the Brexit Party, some to other, even some to Green and the SNP and the Lib Dems, and actually quite a chunk go to Labour. However, the Remain vote is much more divided. So with the Remain vote, less than half, only 49% of Remain voters voted for Labour. That shows that it's not divided on party lines and that actually maybe Labour weren't looking out for those voters. You get a fair chunk voting for Lib Dem, SNP, Green, other, ridiculously even a few for the Brexit Party. I don't know how that one worked. And you still get this quite hefty bunch who are going for the Conservatives. Voter turnout by age then. They didn't know the statistics at the time, but younger voters, the youth turnout lagged well behind that of their elders. So the 20 constituencies with the highest proportion of 18 to 35-year-olds, so the areas with more younger people, the average turnout was 63%. The turnout for the 20 constituencies with the fewest 18 to 35-year-olds was 72%, so there's nearly a 10% difference. It's also a greater decline than it used to be as well. So these constituencies where there are more young adults are having the fewest voters. That's really worrying, and it means that the people that these elections are going to hurt the most or benefit the most aren't even the ones voting. So let's have a look at the turnout by age then. This is their vote in the 2017 elections. If you have a look at that, 18 and 19-year-olds, 43% of that age group didn't vote, compared with just 16% of 70-plus year olds. Imagine what a difference those votes would have